Hello, once again, Kenny Jacobs from Bloomington, Illinois. I'm going to do a second video today just because there's so much going on. There is just not going to be peace in this world, period, until Jesus comes back. It's what the Bible says. And now we're watching the situation in Russia with the Ukraine just getting much more worse. It's escalating. Mideast tension is escalating. It's just a matter of time before there's war between the Palestinians and Israel, the Muslim nations. It's just a matter of time before the Psalm 83 war and the war of Ezekiel 38 and 39 break out, which involves Russia and Turkey. And then we got this idiot in North Korea doing God knows what. I saw he executed somebody last week with a flamethrower. He's constantly testing missiles and firing missiles towards South Korea. That's escalating. So the world is on the brink of war. And I want to read a little bit out of an article in the Jerusalem Post that I saw just now about Turkey's Prime Minister Erdogan. And he's getting slammed by one of their opposition party members in the parliament. And it says, Turkey's Erdogan following in footsteps of Hitler and Mussolini. It says he is quoted as telling deputies from his Republican People's Party that the Turkish premier, who has consolidated power by stifling dissent in the press, while undercutting rivals in the military and other key centers of power in Turkey, is following the same path of Hitler and Mussolini. Hitler was elected by popular vote. Mussolini was elected. They were elected, but after a while they started to see themselves as the state, and humanity had to pay a very high price. Such events also took place in our democracy. We sent prime ministers, young people, to the gallows. Supremacy of law is a most important concept. Everyone should internalize it. I'm bringing that up because Turkey, who's been pretty quiet in the world scene for the most part, and was once kind of an ally of us, is mentioned in the Ezekiel 38-39 war as teaming up with Russia and attacking Israel. And now they're starting to show signs of waking up and coming up against Israel. I also wanted to bring it up because this is kind of a follow-up to my video I did earlier today about the state of America. And I want to requote this article. It says, again, that Erdogan has consolidated power by stifling dissent in the press, while undercutting rivals in the military. Sounds like Obama. You could be reading the same article about Obama right now. It says that they were elected by the popular vote. But once they were elected, they started to see themselves as the state. He's referring to Mussolini and Hitler. But again, sounds like you could make that into Obama. Things are moving so fast right now. I also want to go back, and this is a little follow-up to a video I did yesterday about violence and riots on the Temple Mount, because this morning hundreds more were involved in a riot on the Temple Mount again. It says hundreds of Palestinians threw stones and lit firecrackers at the police upon opening the main entrance to the Temple Mount Wednesday morning. What were they upset about? Because the Jewish people were allowed up there. It says police used stun grenades to secure the scene. And then going down here, I want to talk about something else here that's very, very important. It says last month, MK Moshe Feiglin and a group of right-wing activists were besieged by hundreds of Arab youths, incensed by the politician's visit to the Temple Mount, forcing police to remove him and his guests for their own safety. In February, Feiglin initiated what might be the first Knesset hearing over reclaiming Jewish sovereignty of the site. And I'm telling you, the Bible says the final 7 days the final 7 years, there will be a rebuilt third temple in Jerusalem. And here we have some of their Knesset members talking about the possibility of the Jewish people taking back the site, taking back the Temple Mount. Time is short. I mean, this stuff is coming together so fast. And again, I just want to say that soon the Antichrist will come on the scene. He will be Satan incarnate on the earth. And Satan came to kill, steal, and destroy. He did not come for peace. So when he signs this peace agreement, it will be a false peace. And that will usher in the final 7-year period of time that will be so bad that Jesus said if the days weren't shortened, no flesh would be saved alive. But for the elect's sake, he said, those days will be shortened. There will be no peace on this earth until Jesus Christ comes back at the end of the 7 years and sets up his millennial reign. Then there will be peace. One other thing, I've done a lot of videos lately where I have referenced Jerusalem and Israel, and I'm going to tell you right now, I stand for Israel. I support Israel, and I always will support the Jewish people and the state of Israel. And what's amazing is, again, the Bible says in the last days the whole world will come up against Israel. And it also says that there's going to be total destruction to the people who do. But it's amazing the amount of anti-Semite comments I get and the hatred I get from comments from people when I do a video that supports Israel. It's amazing. But I'm going to continue to support Israel here in these last days. And pray for the safety of the people there, and pray for the safety of Jerusalem, the peace of Jerusalem. God said the Jewish people are the apple of his eye, and through those people